Let haters stay hating. Lucas 2024. This is gonna be a very simple video, to be honest. It wasn't even in my plans to do this. I kind of just want to talk about how Lucas coming back in general and how SM has been doing it. Before we start, this video is totally neutral. This is not a video to start any hateful discussion. Of course, I have my own opinion on the situation, but I will not make it blur my objective opinion on this debut. This video is purely me talking about how SM is handling this debut and how I feel about it. Any of my opinion will never attack anybody in this situation because I don't feel like being like that on my channel. So for anybody that doesn't know anything about the Lucas situation, he was allegedly accused of being abusive, gaslighting, cheating, and leeching of money on multiple people in his romantic relationship. As you can see, it's not looking good for him. So imagine when all this dropped in 2021 on Twitter of all places during the time where we had way too much free time in our hands. There is multiple videos out there talking about if he was guilty or not and showing proof that some of the accusations were fake. If you want to dive a little bit deeper into it, just go check it out for yourself and make your own opinion. But he still went on a 2-year hiatus. Then it was announced by SM in May of 2023 that he'll be quitting NCT and WavY and start his solo career. We are now in 2024 and Lucas is back on track to kind of repair his image as an idol. But before I talk about Renegade, we have to talk about the documentary Freeze. Freeze is a 2-part documentary that lasts 40 minutes together. It shows us a more vulnerable, broken side of Lucas, and I did watch the documentary in its entirety, so here are my thoughts about it. I think there are truthful parts about this, that he feels sorry about letting his fans down with his past behavior, and having a little bit of a superiority complex, if I can translate what he was trying to say in the documentary. I do think that he sincerely feels what he's saying, but at the end of the day, it's a documentary with videos that, of course, put him in a good light. With his mentors and friends talking about how good he was and how shocking it was to see him lose himself. It is clearly trying to make you feel bad for him, which I did, because I have empathy, but also because I do think it was difficult for him. But how long can we ignore the elephant in the room? Because that is how the whole documentary felt like. It was so vague that I started to question the sincerity of his word. Why is it so hard to just be clear and state that you are innocent or guilty? I'm not saying that he should tell us his whole life story like those Drama Live back in 2016, but at least fully admit something. Because this is not enough for a lot of people. You have been gone for 2 years and all you can say is I'm sorry in the most vague way possible? I am mostly blaming SM here, because they are the most confusing company out there in K-pop, in my opinion. A lot of the decision feels weird, and when they think they're helping their idol, they're just adding fuel to the fire. They have a history of making their idol apologize, then we found out they were not guilty at the first place. So I cannot trust those apologies when it comes to SM artists, to be honest. I hate saying that, but this is how I feel. The reception for the documentary was mixed. Some people doubled down the hate or the support, and others like me left confused on what this was supposed to do. My real question is, who was this made for? Because I don't know. Something felt off about it. Was this supposed to be the answer to our question, or just to make his fan feel reassured? I don't have an answer to that. I think the documentary will be the last piece of media coming from SM of a full picture of the aftermath. My guess may be wrong, but knowing them, I think I'm right. I do recommend watching it because I do think it is interesting to watch, but you're not missing a lot by not watching it at all. Now let's talk about the single album Renegade with the title track of the same name. It is composed of 3 songs, all in English, and he says himself that it is an album for the fan that have been supporting him after his long hiatus. Renegade, when used as a noun, has 2 meanings according to the Merriam-Webster. The one I think Lucas is referring to here is the one that says an individual who rejects lawful or conventional behavior, which does fit Lucas' situation. What he allegedly did was bad and non-conventional in the eyes of multiple people. That is why he still receives so much hate today. Renegade is something. I mean, it is very bold and direct in its message, so I think we know what he's talking about in this song. I think the song is alright, and I may say good. I do think Renegade has a lot of potential, and that some part of the song could have been better. But I'm not gonna sit here and act I didn't enjoy the song. The chorus was the best part for me. All I can say is that it's pretty average. Nothing too amazing, but nothing too bad, which I kinda expected, to be honest. I do think his rapping is alright. I'm saying this because some of y'all are hypocrites about his rapping when y'all hype up way worse than this. And I'm not even gonna mention names. The lyrics kinda made me laugh because it's the typical diss track I must say about how he doesn't care about the haters and the hate. When in the documentary, he showed that the hate did affect him. But we know that K-pop is all about creating an image, so maybe now he doesn't care, or I don't know, but you know. And can be very calculated at times, so I'm taking a lot of this with a grain of salt. I did like some of the lyrics though. I think they were clever on how to mention his scandal. As for the music video, there's part A and part B. Part A shows more Lucas that is making fun of the people in the media on hating him on baseless claims and how they tried to put him down, which I think why he was a mouse at a certain point, but also, you know, maybe it can refer to the money part, but that's just me doing theories right now. I did prefer part B, which is mostly a performance video. I think the dancing is alright. I did like the choreography a lot. Basically, the debut was average, which is what I expected. The B-sides were alright, and I did enjoy them. The instrumental were really good. I think it's the best part of this album, to be honest. Now the final question I have is, does his ongoing redemption story gonna work? And yet again, I don't have the answer to that. I think it is too soon to have a perfectly well thought out response to this question. At the moment I'm recording this video, it's only been a few days since his debut, and I just need more time to see how everything gonna unfold. But if I had to say something, I would say yes. I know a lot of people don't like this answer and think Lucas is the devil himself, but we're talking about K-pop right now, and we all know he's gonna be fine. Maybe even go back to his initial popularity. People may not like to admit it, but Lucas still has fans and most likely will not be the flop that some K-pop fans are praying him to be. Again, this video will most likely be the first and last about him because I don't feel like talking about this again. I wish Lucas the best in his career, that he continue to evolve as an idol. I will most likely watch him from afar from now.